High-risk investment. Trading on margin carries a high level of risk, and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading, and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Market opinions. Any opinions, news, research, analyses, prices, or other information contained on this video is provided as general market commentary, and does not constitute investment advice. MasterTheMarkets will not accept liability for any loss or damage, including without limitation to, any loss of profit, which may arise directly or indirectly from use of or reliance on such information.
Okay, hello traders, and welcome to our live trading workshop webinar. So today, if those of you are new, the format that we usually follow over here, traders, is that we look at potential setups that are actually setting up in the market. Okay, so that's the first part of our webinar over here. So we look at live trading potential trades. That's number one. Number two, then we look at a topic for the day. And number three, then we look at all the upcoming events just to update you what's coming up, and also any Q&A as well. The topic that we'll be going through today is how to spot liquidity in trading like a pro. Okay, so we will take a look at that and how we actually combine price and volume together. Okay, so we'll be looking at all of that in today's session. This and more in today's live trading webinar session. Now, those of you joining in for the first time today, it's still up on here, found the MasterTheMarkets Illiteracy Conference and the Traders Open Day. So without further ado, let me go and take a look at some live trades. I was taking a look at a few. The markets have turned a little bit. Let me just bring over this chart here. So I was taking a look at GBP Yen just now as well. I was taking a look at this volume spike that's coming to come and test that area towards a long. Okay, so that's what I am looking for. I might be taking this trade towards the long side. I will come and check that in a minute. And gold, I was taking a look at more towards the long side. So I'll keep an eye on this. I'll do all my position sizing. Sorry, towards the short side. Okay, I was taking a look more towards the short side over here on gold. I'll show you the rationale behind all of that in a minute. And then dollar yen, I was actually taking a look at the long side of this, but we didn't get a trigger. Okay, and now it's gone more to the downside. It looks like it's making its range by extending its stretch, but the BRO is to the upside. Okay, I'll explain all these terminologies and give you all reference links as well. Let me also pull this to this side. I did take a look at GBP USD just now too, right? So let me pull that over here. Let me see. Let me pull GBP USD over here, and let me pull the other screen over as well. Let me do this, right? So you should be able to see this. So I was taking a look at cable just now. It's still looking a bit strong here towards the upside. It's consolidated quite a bit, isn't it, here, as you can see. Now I'll go on to the 1 hour here. So I'll go back to my table. So today I have put all this together already. So I was taking a look at this. So just before we started, cable just shot up, right, and made both the time frames go on the upside. In terms of the BRO to ST, is still saying to the downside. And it's both, but latest is up range. So let me just take a look at that very quickly. Yes, I think it's still taken that out to the upside. I think highly probably today it will do this. So let me see here. This is 64, isn't it? It's done 30 here. So I'm looking at about almost half. If it does 80% is what I'm looking at. I'll take a look at some volume as well. So let me see. Latest is upper range, 1 hour stretch. It's okay. So all is aligning now to the upside. BRO to ST is still to the downside. Just bear with me a little bit. I will give you the reference links for those of you don't understand all these terminologies. And the previous daily high and previous daily low, at the moment, traders, I'm not getting anything here, right? It's still an insider bar, if you see, right? So that's what we're talking about here. So that's that one there. And 1 ATR, 0.8 ATR range, not. Now I will change this to a long side. Now, it's not the best of setup, so I might do it at 0.5% risk. So let me just quickly work this out over here. Just bear with me a little bit here. Just on this close, we got 13608. Now the ATR is 21, right? So I will do all the stop losses here. I've got it all pre-calculated. Let me just see over here. If I do it to the swing, that's 34, isn't it, traders, right? So if I do it to the swing, that's 34. And this one is 36.75. MAE units, I've got it over here. I've taken it off my table. Over here, that would be 15, isn't it? So that's 15. No, that's on the 1 hour I need, so that's 35. Good, so it looks like swing high and low is going to be the lowest one here. Okay, swing high and low is going to be the lowest one here. So, in terms of target, let me see that as well. The close, you still see not much volume there as well, isn't it? I've got to take a look at that very quickly. So the close, ATR is 21. I'll just do that. OE units, that's going to be 15, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be 15. Largest is this. Good. So now I can just plug in those numbers here. And in terms of the close, 13608, 13608 is what I got. And there we go. So we got about 0.62. It's about 809, isn't it? So let me do that one here. 13608. That's the only thing, sticky point about this. 1.3608. And stop loss is going to be for 1.3574. And my target, this will tell me my position sizing. And so let me see. So target is 13629, right? 1.3629. Okay, 1.3629. Now it tells me it's about 2.2 I need to put in here. Is what I need. This is close 3608, 2.6. Is it what I need? 2.2, isn't it? 2.2. And I will, let me see. 3608. Let me just put 2. Let me buy that for now. And I've got all my target placed in. Right, so I just need to place targets and everything. I did get a 3-pip low fill, but it is what it is. Stop loss 1.3574. I'll push this through the Telegram channel as well. See if you guys will get back the order or not. No, I did enter the chunk on this. I think it's going to come back. Let me push it out on the Telegram channel as well, traders. So let me see on GBP USD here, signal. I'll put a stop limit order. This should be buy and 1.3608, 1.3574, and this one is going to be 1.3629. Right, that's what we got. I've submitted that. Let's see if we get a retracement. Those of you who feel like you want to put a smaller position size towards this, then you can do so, and then put a little bit more on the retracement back. Sometimes I do that because if I've missed it, I know when I'm doing this live trading workshop, there's a lot to manage. So that's why sometimes if we are a bit late, I put a smaller one. So you see this is what I mean. So I put 2 lots here. This is 2.2 I should put, isn't it? That's what I do. So then I put another 0.2 just in case I get a good fill. If it comes back. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, 1.3608, and then stop loss 1.3574, take profit 1.3629. Okay, good. So I've done that as well. So we will see how that plays out to be. And you can see that once it's taken out the upper range, it's quite a strong call that it's going to keep up with that. So you see, another thing, what I also observe, traders, right? In terms of the volume, you see the volume is backing me up as well. See, look at this, right? So this is a very big volume that came on the 15-minute. As it took out that 1-hour high as well, the range, another big volume came as well. And price is all supporting it all the way through. So this is how we look at it, right? In the beginning, all right, before I started the session, the workshop, this was actually giving me more to the downside, right? But you got to follow what price is saying. Even though something is saying downside, this is our bias, okay? But in terms of timing, we still haven't got a trigger yet. So this is very important. All your parameters that you write for your entry is all towards direction and timing. Next week, when we're going to do the live trading week, we're going to do 5 days of full trading, if this is not enough, right? And we'll give you all the Zoom links as well. Those of you who can't wait for the Zoom link, I think maybe the boys can put it out there. But you can register for it over here. This is a live trading week. We're going to be trading with 100K, which is sponsored by Funded Trading Plus. We get a lot of companies sending us this kind of offers to show this to you in real time, okay? So there's going to be a lot of exciting things over there happening. So we'll see you guys there as well. So over there, we'll be covering each of these in much more detail as well. So once you register for it, and then you'll get the recordings as well, okay? Not every day will be live streamed. So we will live stream as usual Wednesday and Thursday, but the other days, if you come to the Zoom session, you can also ask us questions as well. So there'll be a lot of learning to do. Good. So I think with that said, so I'll wait and see how this plans out to be. So I've got this 3608 over here. And those of you, I know some of you have been saying, you know what, you really want to learn this, you know, because sometimes following, you know, I know Thiru, you're busy, and then if you're late in entering, I also missed the trade. I don't understand what I'm doing because I can see that the results are good. You know, I would say that definitely get in touch with us, okay? You can email us, and then we can look through it one by one, okay? So here, email us a client service. That's the one. I know somebody's asking. So there you go. Email us a client service at MasterTheMarkets.net. Let me just transfer this to here, and let me see how the other ones are doing as well, traders. So let me see. 1.3629 is what we got. We're going to be trading this on the 1-hour time frame, isn't it? 3629. Just keep it on the trading view as well. And that's my 1 hour over here. Okay, so that's what we got at the moment. So we'll wait and see how this plans out to be. As I'm waiting for this, now I will see how this is coming out. Now let's see on gold. Okay, I was keeping an eye on gold just now. My bias was on the short side. Let's see, am I getting it again? Oh, it seems to be going towards the other side now, but still I'm not getting a good trigger towards the downside, so I'm not going to be entering that yet. GBP yen was a good one. Let me see if I can get anything there. It's still supporting it. I mean, this is something that this pair does. Let's consolidate a lot. It doesn't go quite fast. Sure why. Okay, but I did see that. That was a good test that I saw over there happening. Should I take on this? Now, it did come back to here, didn't it? It's testing that area. If I go back to here and refresh my memory, GBP yen, uptrend phase 1, all is up. This is a 1 hour stretch. Range lines is to this, but everything is aligning to the upside here. So let me do that. Why did it take out the lower range recently? Yeah, but it did make it stretch, isn't it? So if I were to take a look at this, no one looks good. You know what? I might do a lower size on this one here. So if I did on the close of this, 199.33, and my stop loss goes for the swing low, 199.12, and I'll write this on the 1 hour time frame, and I am mainly looking for a 1 ATR target here, isn't it? 21 from the high, 120, 199, 66 is what I'm taking a look at. Okay, is what we are going for. Man, this one looks good. I might, let me see, this is a new one. Let me see, everything is pointing towards the upside. I might do it on lower size over here. This one, let me just check. On the 15 minutes, it's doing that. And now it's 220, isn't it? Okay. And we are getting, that's towards the upside as well. It's tested that good volume here. Let me just double check this one here as well on GBP yen. That's good volume supporting there again. That's my Q over there. And I might do this one. So 3.5 is what we will go for. And the low, we're going for this, the RMA, 199.11 we will do. And we will see how this goes. This one, 3.11, 3.5, sorry, 3.5 is what I will go for. Okay, and apply that. And we will see how that goes, because the volume is supporting this area of the test. Okay, that's what I am looking at. So let's put all of this together, traders. And after this, I will just manage these two trades. Right, so what are we looking at? So we are here. Right, so the stop loss is going to be for the low 199. Let me just double check that, 199.11. Okay, so that's what I am getting here. 19911. Okay. 19911. Okay. Right, so that's what I'm getting there. 19911 over here. And in terms of the target, what I'm going to be doing is on the 1 hour. Okay. So the cable is coming back to a bit now. So you can, those of you not entered, we got a limit order there. So we'll see if that gets triggered or not. So on the high, 199.45, isn't it, traders? 199.45. What I'll do here, 199.45, I'll add that in, okay? And then we can then focus on the other thing, okay? 199.45 plus the target here, okay? Plus 21. I'll just do that for now. Oops, sorry. 199.45 plus 21. 199.66 is what I got here. So 199.66 is what I will go for. Okay. Great. So we got all that locked in. Now I can explain a bit more. So I've got all that running at the background. I'll just take a look at this. It's come back to test that area. Those of you who haven't entered, still believe that towards the rules that you've got, and those of you who've been following for quite a long time, all these trades, and you can understand why we are taking this trade and why we have placed it as such, then you can take that with confidence as it's coming down. Not sure we're going to get the exact fill or not. 13608. It's come back down to there, but it just needs to come back a little bit down before it starts to trigger that. Okay, so we'll wait and see how that comes out to be. But now let me come and explain and give you all the reference videos as well, and the reference video links for the basis of these trades. Okay, so let's take a look. Now the basis of these trades, right, traders, is based on threefold. Okay, so let me start explaining. Those of you joining in for the first time might find it a bit confusing, so let me now start explaining what is the rationale behind all of these trades. Okay, so the first thing that we take a look at in most of these trades over here, we look at first trend alignment and direction alignment. Okay, that's what this table here does for you. Okay, that's what it does for you. Now, those of you who want to take it systematically, because today I'll only be able to spend only a few minutes because we only got a short time together. So what I would suggest is that first thing, take note of this website or just register for it straight away so you don't forget about it. 7stepstoctp.com. Okay, so that's the one that you need to be looking at. Now, once you register for that, then once you put your name, email, and contact details, then you will get all these 7 videos being sent over to your inbox. Okay, so this is what you will get, and you can go through it systematically and see what we have done. In essence, what we have done is, as you can see over here, we've quantified the tops and bottoms, created a framework so that there's no subjectivity in terms of trend on any time frame, so that I can get it on a consistent basis. Only if your analysis is consistent can you then move towards consistent performance. Okay, that's very important. Only if your analysis is consistent, then you can go towards consistent performance, right? It's logical. So over here, because we got all these tops and bottoms all quantified over here, so you can see over here, it tells me the trend box here as well. If I hide the other one over here, you can see it tells me over here uptrend phase 1. Yeah, so and on any time frame. So this gold on the 15-minute time frame, and here if you see gold on the daily time frame as well, I can start to see also. Yeah, you see it's an uptrend phase 2 at the moment. Okay, so I can see that across anything. 4 hour, it's downtrend phase 1. This is how we put this table together, rather than not being subjective. It's quantitative now. Okay, that's the whole idea of this. All right, so that's how we are looking at this entire trades. All right, that's how we are doing. Now, in terms of the next thing is, after I have looked at trend alignment and direction alignment, so that's the first thing. Okay, so let me put this over here. So trend alignment and direction alignment, that's the first thing I look at. Yeah, after that, the second thing, then we then look at, now all this is forming towards our direction bias. Yeah, so after I got my trend alignment, direction alignment, then I start taking a look at the stretch principle. So if you see over here, thanks to one of our clients, Anton, actually turned this stretch indicator around in about 24 hours after I explained to him. That's the kind of community we are building, is really great, really nice and strong, really nice supportive community where it's uplifting the community itself. So if you see over here, the community itself uplifts the community, right? So if you see over here, you got the stretch lines here, just like how you can see on my MetaTrader platform. This is the open price equidistant stretch lines over here. So we take a look at that as well. Which stretch line is it taken? The lower stretch line or the upper stretch line? Now, once we've got that, then it forms another layer to our direction bias. Okay, so that's the second thing. So let me put it over here so it's a bit more clearer. So second thing is the stretch. Now, those of you want to understand what the stretch is, go a bit more deeper, you know, and just get a rough overview of it, watch these videos over here. Okay, watch this ones over here on the stretch principle on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/MasterTheMarkets. After you've clicked subscribe and the all bell icon, the all bell icon will make sure that every time we go live, you get a notification. That's what it helps you towards. After you've done that, right? After you've done that, then you can take a look at our stretch principle videos over here, okay? And every video that we actually go live on, traders, okay? Every video that we go live on, you can actually check it out over here on this section here. If you want to revisit the material, there's quite a lot of material over here, okay, that you can go through. The other one, what I will point out also, is the trend alignment tables under the live section here, right? Live section here. If you go to the trend alignment tables, we interview really good traders from time to time as well, that you can see. Now, if you look at this, right, so let's take a look. As the trend alignment table should be here. There we go, right? Your trend alignment tables, right? You can take a look at that as well. All right, good. So where were we? So let me go back to there. So we were on trend alignment, direction alignment, and the stretch principle, right? So we were looking at all of that. Then after that, what we can then also then take a look at is number 3 over here. After you've put all of that together, then we take a look at a few more things like range lines, previous daily high and low, all of those things. After you've taken a look at all of them, form your bias. So in this case, on GBP USD, we saw that towards the upside, right? That's how we took that particular trade. Even though it's not the best of setups for us, but we have taken that because of the bro to ST not aligning, okay? So we got all of that after we formed the bias towards that, right? Then the next thing then we do, so we got our direction bias. In GBP USD, it was a long. And then we then take a look at the timing. When do we get in? Then to get at the timing, now for the direction bias as well, what do I do? Now for the timing, what I also do, I look for volume, right? Which is what we did over here as well, right? The GBP USD as well. We looked at the volume over there, as well as we look at our confirmation bar. So let me go on GBP USD over here. So you can see that now that it's coming back further down. Let me see over here. Can I move this to the side? No, probably not. Okay, never mind. Let me So what have I got here? So then the last one is timing, right? So I've got trend alignment, direction alignment, yeah? So from that, second, I've got the stretch principle. Then the third, I've got the, in terms of volume, okay? Help me towards the timing. Now, where do I exactly precisely enter? When I talk to clients, they usually say that, Thiru, I'm okay with my strategy, not really sure. Where's the challenge I'm having my trading? They will usually say is entries, okay? And entries, to be precise, what we're doing here, when we get the confirmation bar here, right, with the bar with the dot, we enter on the close of the bar. So that's precise. Now, with that, once I've got that, that then completes my timing to enter the market. Then after that, then I got to plug in all my stop loss and all my target and all of that. And for that, we actually got the stats table here. So all of the stats tables, which we'll go through in 7 steps to CTP, what I've said over here, much more in detail. In here, what we would do is, over here, it would tell you exactly, right, where to place your target and how to look at it and your stop loss and all of that, right? So this table here will tell you what's the probability of it. If you place it 5 pips, 10 pips, all of this, okay? It just tells you in this table, and we can now trade based on probabilities in terms of this trade. All right, so that's how we have done it over here in terms of this framework and the tops and bottoms that we have quantified. Okay, that's what we've done. Now, in terms of the volume as well, you can see that just now I looked at this as well, the volume over here coming up. We'll see how the second bar also sustains itself. We've still got a bit more time towards that. In terms of the 15-minute, when I took a look at that as well, it was supporting it, as I said, right? So over here, you see, two big volume spike bars. Now here is where you can, if you want the conservative approach, you can wait for this to come back down, confirm that 15-minute top, and then see if it sustains towards the upside, okay? So usually they will come and test that area around here, okay? That's what will happen, right? If it sustains, then we'll get towards the upside. If not, then we can see whether we want to cut our loss short or not, okay? So we'll keep an eye on all of that, okay, on this. And on GBP yen, let me quickly take a look. GBP yen, it's coming towards testing that area. It's not looking very good at the moment. We'll see if we do get a run to the top or not. We will see how that goes. I think probably the dollar yen is dragging it a bit further down on this side, okay? So we will wait and see how that goes. Now, coming into then today's topic, okay? So let's take a look at this. I'll just take a look at one more thing here. Now on GBP, just give me 1-2 minutes, guys, before we start the topic on how to spot liquidity. Let me just take a look over here. Okay. Right, so that one there in GBP yen, isn't it? Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, that didn't really sustain towards that. So wait and see how the other position comes. So GBP yen wasn't that good for us. It didn't sustain that bottom as I was looking at for it. Okay, that one there on the 1 hour. Right. So over here, you can see that this one here, it didn't sustain that bottom, what I was looking for a lift off towards that upside to take out that range, okay? So you didn't really do that. Maybe I should reduce my position size on it, but that's fine. I think we will just more cautious in the forward going, because in that account we need to take it consistently. That's fine, so that's good. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on GBP/USD and see how that comes out and plays out to be. Now, coming forward for now then, in terms of gold, so let me take a look at gold. Gold is not setting up the trade that we won, and I'll go on to the topic as we are waiting for that set up to occur. One thing is that in terms of gold, what we are looking for is one thing in terms of the topic is how to spot liquidity. Okay, what I found is, traders, liquidity, I mean, those of you coming in for the first time, is that what I found in terms of what is liquidity is basically volume, right? That's how I would explain it, the fuel in the car tank. Now, you see, in the car, even though you might press the accelerator quite strongly, but if there's no fuel in the car tank, then it's not going to push forward, is it, traders, right? So that's the whole idea of it, okay? So in terms of that, in terms of liquidity, this is how we will explain it in terms of fuel, okay? The fuel in the car tank, okay? So the price is like the gearbox. You might press on the accelerator, okay? But if there's not enough fuel, then it doesn't go forward, all right? So we need both to finally get our direction as well as our timing as well, okay? So that's the liquidity part. Now, how do we spot how the liquidity is coming? Now, the good thing is Trade Guider, Gavin Holmes and his team, who's heading that over there, as part of his whole team, or they've just been taken over by the late Tom Williams. He took it over from the late Tom Williams. It's been going on for over 20 years now. So in terms of that particular methodology, in terms of looking at volume, they've designed all these indicators where they got the relative moving averages. So it becomes a bit more clearer here when you take a look at the relative moving averages in terms of the volume over here, that which one is actually giving the liquidity coming back into the market, right? So for example here, so you can see there's a big volume spike over the second moving average. Now, it really becomes obvious when it moves past the third moving average over here, okay? So over here, you can see it's past the second moving average over here, right? This one over here. So once it's past that, you can see some volume is coming back in, right? That's the first spot, how to spot liquidity, okay? Right? Now, just because of that, then you just don't jump into the trade, okay? The second thing, then we also then take a look at traders also is that we look for some test into that area, okay? We look for some test into that area to prove to us that the liquidity which just came in, it's towards the upside over here, just in this example over here, okay? So for here, so we got the upside over here already happening, but then am I going to get a test into this area here? And it's then going to sustain and make a higher low towards the upside. So that's what we also take a look at as well, okay? That's on the test of the area over here. Now, if it doesn't, now the other thing what we also take a look at, so in terms of price, I'm looking for a test. The second thing I look at also is what I just mentioned, right? The trend alignment, direction alignment, all of that. So I take a look at all of that before deciding whether that liquidity was towards the upside or the downside, okay? So I just don't jump in very quickly yet. So according to this table over here, as you saw, on gold over here, the SMC all down, downtrend phase 1, downtrend phase 2, all of that I've got over here. And right now, gold is actually towards the upside, isn't it? So if I take a look over here, that's towards the uptrend, phase 1. It's turned around, right? So now it's turned around here. And then over here, 1 hour stretch, right? And both the latest is down and all of that. So I'm aligning all of that, and I'm finding that even though the volume and is pushing up and everything, but towards the test and the price confirmations, I'm not still getting it, right? I'm trend alignment direction, I'm not. It's just still pointing towards the downside. So this is when you get a bit wary of whether the liquidity is pointing towards the upside or towards the downside, okay? So once I got a matchup of both, sometimes you might not get a matchup and it still goes against you, but that's fine. Just leave it. Look for another instrument which will be much more clearer, okay? Then finally, then the third thing then is your exact timing, okay? Is how you get into the market, okay? That you can use different things. Over here at Master the Markets, we use our bespoke indicators to enter on the close of the confirmation bar, okay, is what we do. All right, so that's how we are entering on that basis. Okay, good. So that's how we are looking at it. So to spot liquidity, I would say the first thing is that what is it? It's volume, basically, right? It's volume coming back into the market, but just because of volume, you can't jump in. So then look for also the price confirmation. Now, in terms of volume, as I said, Trade Guider has done the relative moving averages, which is really good. I can now immediately see, you see, this is what I meant. Now, in real time, you can see there is a liquidity spike, you see, right? Now, your job is to see that volume is coming towards the upside or the downside, okay? That's what you're meant to do. Now, after you've got all of that, then you then look at a price test around that area, which then formulates your direction, okay, in terms of price, as well as your trend alignment, direction alignment across all the time frames. Then finally come into timing. Where do you want to get into this market? That's what you should be doing over here before you enter the trade, and then you plug in your stop loss and your target. Now, before you do all of that, as I say, you need to have the 5 components of a strategy construction all in place, okay? That's what you got to do. Now, to understand all of that, so that's what I would say in terms of how to spot liquidity like a pro. Do reflect on that and see how that comes out to be. So this one looks like the volume is coming supported to the upside, traders, but it's not correlating with our table. So I'm going to step aside now and not take this particular trade in terms of gold. Today, it's not correlating. That's fine. Some days are like that. Take the trades that are correlating for you. GBP did correlate for us, but it's just that sure waited for a bit of the confirmation bar, but I was a bit fast on that one. But that's fine anyway. So we get that refined as we go along. Okay, so good. So we got that one there in terms of GBP yen. Right. So and the gold trade as well. You can see right now the liquidity spike happening here. That should close in a minute or so. But I'll see if I do see that going through this range and taking out that low, then I'll start to think of a short on gold. Okay, so I'll definitely keep an eye on that afterwards, and on the Telegram channel we might post that out. Okay, I can definitely see volume coming in, but my bias is towards the short side, which is what I'll keeping my eyes on for. Okay, good. I think I've explained enough. So we went through quite a bit, right? So we went through some live trade potential trades happening, and then we also took a look on terms of gold and oil and liquidity as well, the topic for today. Now, in terms of the reference links, once again, and the events coming up, I'll just go through all of that. 7 steps to CTP is the first one, I would say. After you've put your contact details into here, then you can get the videos into your inbox. Those of you who have watched it, I will highly recommend you to revisit it again, okay? So that's 7 steps to CTP.com. The other thing is our Master the Markets channel, youtube.com/Master the Markets, right? So now once you have gone to this, our channel over here, then what you then do is then you click on the subscribe button over here, then you click on the all bell icon, and after you've done that, then you can then get the notifications whenever we go live as well. Right now, as you can see, we are going live on our channel. Thursdays, we go live on Trade Guider channel, so you can join us on there as well. Now, once you have joined us on 7 Steps to CTP, you'll get that all on your inbox, and you can get notified of all our trades as well. Okay, so that's that one there. In terms of our channel there, youtube.com/MasterTheMarkets. Now, in terms of our website, MasterTheMarkets.net, if you want to browse around that. Now, over there, those of you who want to get the SMI and VSA page, you can then take a look over here, right? SMI and VSA. If you click on that, if you want to get hold of the indicators, play around with it, then you come to this page over here where you can understand more about the SMI and VSA, okay? On how they work and gel together and how they're complementary. The other thing is our ETM Summit, our annual summit coming up. That's going to be on the 10th and 11th of October over here, right? which is going to be happening in Westminster, London. So that one there, it happens once a year, where everybody from all over the world will come together, and then it'll be a great session. Or over 2 days, there'll be lunch provided. There'll be dinner on the first day as well. So that'll be a great session to network and then to grow, to learn, to inspire. There's so much things, so much opportunities over there. We'll go through some research updates over there as well. It's going to be in central London, so those of you traveling in from other countries, much more easier to come in as well. London, because it's central, isn't it? And also a quick shout out to Trade Nation as well. Because of them, we got a Telegram channel that we can push out all the trades through as well. Okay, so that's all we have for now, traders, in terms of the updates and all that we wanted to give you. In terms of gold, let me see if I am getting a trade. Yes, I might get a trigger on this, so I will take a look at this and I will notify you guys accordingly, and we'll manage the cable trade accordingly as well. Great. I think we are a little bit well ahead of time. In terms of questions, if there are none coming in at the moment, I would definitely say the first place to start would be 7steps2ctp.com. Okay, that's the usual question we usually get, which is there's so much material. Where do we start off with? I would say 7steps2ctp.com would be the first one. Right, traders, I guess if there's nothing else other than that, I will keep an eye on the GBUSD and also on the gold trade as well. And then we will keep you notified through Telegram on how the trades come along. All right, that's all from me for now. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master. Take care and bye for now.